Ladies and gentlemen, I know it hasn't been long since the previous series, but I figured, since I enjoyed it so much, even the rage-inducing parts, let's continue the train. We're gonna chug along right into Uncharted 2. This will continue until either I get bored, or we complete the games. Now, grab yourself a nice cup of tea, and get comfortable, because we are going to go steal more treasures. We're going to run this one on normal. We did the previous one on easy. This one's normal. Wait, no, we did the other one on... We did the other one on easy. That was why it was objectively easy. Not the jumping, but everything else. We'll join you back after the intro sequence.
What's going on? That's my blood. That's my blood. It's a lot of my blood.
And this is where we rejoin the game. I do love a good flashback sequence, but this one takes the piss a little bit. Especially with the injury, it makes it really difficult to climb. Nathan, why did you find yourself in these positions, my boy? Oh wait, no, we went the same way. My bad. We truly do be climbing higher and higher. Coincidentally, every single one of these boulders misses us. That is some wizardry right there.
It's okay. It's okay. Come on.
And coincidentally, that happens to bend at a perfect right angle, huh? I love this game. I love all of the Uncharted. This one has a little bit more, well, I'd say tracking, but that's in the right way. The jumping is good. And compared to the first one, at least. The first one, it's good, but it doesn't quite track correctly. Especially when you're rushing jumps. Which I am always doing. I love it so much. Why do it so slowly when you can absolutely zoom? Nathan, you better run. Da, 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 da. There you go, that's your typical hanging on by one hand scenario. You gotta love it. Yet another flashback.
Buy me a drink, sailor.
Harry Flynn? Hey! What the hell are you doing here?
Yet
I'm looking
another
for you, man.
pirate name.
Should I
Flynn.
be flattered or worried?
Maybe a bit of both. Come here. I've got a job for us.
Really?
The client is willing to part with a huge sum of cash if we acquire a certain object for him.
All right, I'm listening.
Now, you're not gonna like this.
Oh, no. No, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you just hear me out for a second.
Flynn, we both know 2 people who were killed trying to lift something out of this
And
place.
one who made it out.
Yeah, barely.
I can't do this without you, Drake. You're the only one who's cracked it, and you know better than anyone it's a 2-person job.
No. 3, actually.
Right. And speak of the devil, here she comes now.
What?
Chloe Fraser.
I say Flynn,
Drake,
as if it's a
Nathan.
pirate name.
Drake.
I'm pretty sure it's only a pirate name in Disney films.
Hello, Harry.
Chloe here's one of the best drivers in the business. She'll take good care of us.
I bet.
Right, look. I've got it all figured out. We go in through the sewer.
Loving it so far.
That puts us in the courtyard. From there, we scale up the wall, run across the rooftops, and just drop down into the exhibit hall. Bob's your uncle. And what is worth all this trouble, I hear you ask?
I didn't, but go ahead. But that's it. An oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's worthless. I don't get it.
Neither do we. That's why we tracked you down.
Well, it sounds like you're working for a nutcase. Some collector who's got too much time and money on his hands. And by the way, this is not worth any of it.
But there's more. How's your 13th century Latin, mate?
Where'd you get this?
Borrowed it from the files of the nutcase.
In Trebizond, we were set upon by thieves. Father, Maffeo, and I were robbed of our greatest treasures. This was written by Marco Polo.
Yes, that much we were able to work out.
Unfortunately, the rest of it's nonsense.
Hey, hold on. So that it should not fall into the wrong hands, I concealed my great sorrow in the unlikeliest place. The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
See what I mean? It's just gibberish.
He's talking about the lost fleet.
Yeah.
I don't know, someone want to fill me in?
Marco Polo leaves China with 600 passengers and 14 ships loaded down with treasure from Kublai Khan. And he lands in Persia a year and a half later with only 1 ship left and only 18 passengers. Now, he recorded every detail of his journey, but he never told what happened to all those ships and the passengers.
So somewhere out there are 13 ships loaded with the Emperor's treasure waiting to be found.
Yeah, and that is what your client is after. Hey, look at this lamp. It's covered in Mongolian script. It must have been a gift from Kublai Khan.
The light of the great Khan shelters the fate of the 13.
Marco Polo hid something inside this lamp. Something that pinpoints the site of the lost fleet.
So, we're dicking this guy over, right?
Damn straight.
Absolutely. You in then?
What the hell? I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Why did you have to say that, Drake? City bastard. Now, like before, I also just saw a shiny. Like before, I will be playing it like I don't know what's going on. Except for the fact that I do know what's going on. Oh no, a train. As well as knowing what's going on, I'm also going to take hints from the music. and see if that'll help me to sort of push forward in that area. That's what's gonna happen. And the fact that there's a guy right here with a damn weapon surely does not bode well for me. Oh, but look, no treasure. And we really put it in obvious places for you to see her.
Of course it's locked. It's always locked.
Sure, how I took up position or whatever. There. I'm not going to focus too much on the trinkets this time.
He's alive!
What
Karma's
the?
a bitch.
What? If we see them, we'll take them. But if we don't see them, we're not going to worry that much. Oh, it wants us to climb here. That was sinister. The fucking audio cue was like bum 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 bum. Like there's gonna be some enemy right here. Oopsie doodle. I truly believe he could have just laid down in the snow for a little bit longer, let all this happen but without him. And then just done a little stroll up. Ah, yes, more flashbacks.
Hello. Well, so much for foreplay.
You mind telling me what the hell is going on?
You mean with Flynn?
Yeah, you might have warned me.
And missed the look on your face? Anyway, you haven't exactly made yourself easy to find.
Talk about making yourself easy.
Oh, you're not jealous. Let's not forget who walked out on whom. After all, you don't get to be jealous.
Wait a minute, Chloe.
If it makes you feel any better, my relationship with Flynn is strictly professional.
Really?
Mostly professional.
Oh,
When I figured out he was actually on to something, I thought you'd want to be in on the action.
Ahoy.
so what's the plan?
Just like we said, we pull the heist, we find the ships, and we make off with the treasure.
With Flynn. And then?
And then we split the take 3 ways, and you and I just disappear.
As if it's
Together
ever going to be that
this
easy.
time.
I see.
Until then, he can't know about us.
He's gonna be pissed.
He's gonna be fine. Trust me.
Ah, yes. Lovely painting. I believe it's oil on canvas. And it portrays a boat in a harbour. To me, that is eponymous with Bonia. Oh, great. We have to make that jump in this state. He has done nothing to stop himself bleeding. He is a superhuman. Like, there's literally fire. He could cauterize the wound, depending on what the wound is. It would sting like a bitch, and it would absolutely fucking knock him out again for another flashback. But I was not even stood on that, man. I saw that it was going to fall and stepped off it. Oh, this looks like it's set up for combat. All that happened in only 4 months, so.
You sure you're up for this? Feel a lot better if I had a gun. We won't need them. A little insurance, that's all.
Flynn, they're just museum guards. And we have their patrols all mapped out. Relax.
Relax. Relax. Have you ever been in a Turkish prison, mate? If we get caught, they will lock us up and throw away the sodding key. You do realise that, don't you?
Better than you do.
Well, you may fancy that kind of thing, but I don't. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Yeah, and we won't.
I sniff a betrayal. Settle the rat.
This way. So what do we do if they switch to patrols?
Figure it out as we go.
We cannot fumble our way through this.
I don't fumble, I improvise.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Yeah, I'm, adaptable.
Adaptable.
You cocky bastard. There. What did I tell you? That passage there is going to take us right under the museum.
You called it all right.
You need to have a little more faith in me, chum.
He is
Okay.
clearly not English.
This one here is me.
All right, remember,
Chum.
that tower is our only way into the exhibit. But we can't even get close with those floodlights on.
We've gone over this.
Just make sure you cut the power by the time we reach the second courtyard.
The lights will be out. I'll have the van waiting at the rendezvous point. Just make sure you get your asses out of there in time.
Fair enough.
All right, enough chat. Let's do this.
I'm gonna do a quick Google and find out who the voice actor for that was, because it sounds like an American doing an English accent.
Chloe. See you on the other side.
Looking forward to it.
You sure you know where you're going?
Don't I always?
Nolan North is Drake. That's Sully. Give me 1 second. Stephen Valentine. Or Valentine. Oh, he's Scottish.
Let's go.
I don't know why he's put on an Americanized English accent though.
Don't you love the way the water makes your jeans all squidgy?
There it is again. Just like the last game. To let you know that they have environmental clothes, I guess.
It's like the good old days, isn't it?
Yeah. When were those again?
We'll be right back.